Still?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you can't just choose which one you want.
He did that.
No, that's sense.
Come over here, man. Come here. Oh, camera, I see. Shut the gap. Shut the gap, man. You see, Jay.
Action means.
No, did you see what he said, Jay?
Okay. We are having a different conversation now. We want to continue on the, the discussion that you're having. I find it quite strange, doesn't it? Christians like yourself are very desperate to somehow find something in the Quran to prove the deity of the Spirit.
Let's look at this.
Yeah? Very strange, because you can't prove the deity of the Holy Spirit in your Bible. You want to somehow show.
We can.
That's fine, maybe,
Bible screams out from Genesis to Revelation that there is one God in three persons.
Yeah. So, as I stated earlier, we will continue, God willing, on this issue about the Spirit. But I want you to clarify one thing.
Let's start with that one.
It's why it's important is because once you make a claim, like if I make a claim, the Bibles have millions of errors in it, and then I'm not able to provide even a single one, then it will be just what? A bogus claim.
Sir, remember our conversation?
You haven't made a bogus claim, have you?
Our conversation started with the date of who is the Spirit in the Quran. Okay? So let's finish with that.
We will talk. And then we can talk about that, yeah?
No, let's finish with the Spirit and then we come to the talk about how bad grammar in the Quran is.
No, not bad grammar. You are going to kindly provide us a list of 1 million minimum.
You are Muslims. You should be able to produce as a critical version of the Quran with all the grammatical mistakes that we can go and look at it. You need to stop telling people Quran is perfect.
All due respect.
So,
Hatun, wait, you can start, but all due respect. You made a claim, didn't you?
In the Quran.
Excuse me, Hatun.
No, let's start with this.
Can we just be fair? At least be fair, right? You made a claim that there are millions of grammatical mistakes in the Quran.
I told you.
Not now.
When we finish.
You can.
When we finish, who is the Spirit? We will talk about it.
Not talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I just want the list.
No, I'm not going to.
You can provide an Excel file. I'll give you my USB.
I'm not going to do that. As a Muslim, you should be able to produce us critical version of the Quran, and as a Muslim, you should produce us a book or things tells us actually those verses are perfectly made. I gave you Surah 38 verse 45. You didn't even bother to look into that. So let's start with the.
No, it's not that. It's not that.
Start with.
Hatun, slowly. Take it slowly. It's not that I didn't look into it. The onus is on you to quote the text and then show us, which you didn't do, which you will constantly fail to do.
Bother to read your own scripture. It was so fearful of you. So let's look at who is the Spirit. Okay?
So what are you claiming, first of all? Clarify. What is the
last week
argument that you're making?
Last week you told me that the Spirit and angels are the same things. Do you remember that?
Speak Arabic.
Do you remember that?
Last week, did you say you speak Arabic?
Yeah.
Your dear Muslim brother lied just and you're supporting that.
Sorry? I'm lying.
So, can you just
Maybe she made an if I spoke. So you don't speak Arabic?
Sir, can you just explain me? Can you just explain me?
Go ahead.
Can you just explain me? Who is the Spirit and angels according to Surah 16 verse 2?
Surah 16
Surah 16 102.
One at a time. I can only do one verse at a time. One ayah at a time.
One or two.
Yeah? One at a time.
Sorry, what's
Who's got the Quran that I can use?
Is that the mic? Because it's getting wet.
Did you say 102?
Surah 16 verse 2.
Okay.
16 verse 2.
Anyone? Let's deal with
Who's got the Quran?
one at a time.
16 verse 2.
You hold it?
We have to. 16.
You should put your hijab
That's
on
15.
Can you just make sure your Muslim brothers are just knowing their boundaries? That would be helpful.
Let's get 16. Bad if you state facts.
Okay. Oh, Mus'haf. Excellent.
Oh, it's just.
It's better that one.
16 verse 2. I know.
But I hope it's just English. But anyway, we'll refer to the Arabic.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, right? 16, 1 or 2. Now, okay, go ahead. Make your point.
16 to 1.
Just 2.
Hatun,
Okay.
you can read Arabic and he can translate.
Okay.
So I'm at Speaker's Corner and I am using the common language Muslims use at Speaker's Corner, which is English.
Oh, you can't read Arabic?
If I need Arabic, if
I don't think
need
she will
Arabic,
ever
that means
answer that question.
that
Okay,
Allah
hold on
is
to this
very,
one,
very
please.
poor.
But you don't know the Arabic.
If you want to understand Quran, you must understand
Okay.
Why are you
Because of
trying to say?
criticism.
Are you trying to say Paul Williams cannot be Muslim because he doesn't know Arabic?
Who said that? Who said that?
We say
So,
that.
are you trying to say Paul Williams is not capable to understand the Quran because he doesn't
you
know
argue
Arabic?
Quran,
Are you
you must
telling me
understand in
lots
Arabic
of
too?
people who are converting Islam,
No, just ask him.
converting
But that means
Islam,
if you're when you're praying, he has.
they don't know
Let's-
Arabic.
let's
That's
continue.
awesome. That's
But that means. But that means.
Okay. Should I continue? Should I continue the discussion assuming you know Arabic or not assuming you know Arabic?
We are at Speaker's Corner. Your Quran has been translated to English. There are thousands,
He's
hundreds
about to
of
give you
translations.
evidence and he wants to know if
There
you
are-
understand it in Arabic. That's what it is, Hatun.
Sir, it looks like your job is for today to just record. Maybe you
That's
should,
why I do
you
it on
should know
camera.
that. Otherwise,
You don't know that.
otherwise
I can
you will
debate
be
as well
quiet.
that I do two things
So,
at once.
Surah 16 verse
So you
4.
don't know Arabic, that's
He
fine.
sent down the angels and the spirit of his commanded until whom he wills of his bondman born mankind. And there is no God to say me to keep your duty upon me. So according to this surah, this ayat, Quran, spirit and angels are different.
Okay, let's understand that. So according to this ayah, the spirit and the angels are different because, and the reason why they're
It doesn't
different.
say
They're
spirit
different,
there.
sir. The text says he sent on angels with the spirit of his command until whom he wills. Angels and spirits are mentioned.
Did you say he sent his
differently.
angels down with what?
Angels with his spirit.
Ah, in that one it says in angels with his inspiration of his command. So in
Depends which translation you read, man.
so basically his spirit is part of him basically.
Arabic,
Is his inspiration.
Arabic verses. Arabic verses.
So why don't we go to the Arabic?
Arabic
Because
verses.
now you have two different
Arabic
translations,
word.
right? You pointed out very important point. Translations differ. So can you just tell me what the Arabic says and why they're different?
Sir, just read the verse. What is the
I'm
verb
not your
for-
master, Hatun. Don't call me sir.
What is the verb
And
for
you're not
the
my
spirit?
slave.
What is the verb for the spirit in Arabic? Is it raw? I'll help you. It is raw.
What?
Okay.
No.
Let's put that there.
Don't go
Let's
beyond.
put that-
No, I need to understand the point you're making.
Sir,
So
I'm making a point.
in this ayah, you have the angels and you have the ruh, right? Malaika and the ruh. And you are saying that they're different because
Because they're mentioned differently. I'm going to give you other reference. You can compare them. So, go to the Surah 97
we will
verse
go
4.
one by one. But what I want to understand
Sir,
in principle
go-
is this.
Yeah, go to the Surah
no.
97 verse 4.
This is the second reference. Within this first one,
Sir, let me put in the context, okay? Go to the Surah 97 verse 4.
97.4.
Surah Qadr, isn't it?
It's crazy.
97 verse 4.
97.
Verse 4.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay? Go to the Surah 70 verse 4.
No. What is this 97.4 tells you?
Angels and the spirits descended therein.
And what's the point from there?
There are two different things.
So just because
Malak and Malak and Ruh.
Wait.
Go to the Surah 70 verse 4.
slowly, Hatun, look.
It's just checking
Slowly.
that. It's just checking
No,
that.
one verse or ayah at a time. So this,
No, I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you.
I don't
four or
want,
five verses.
I don't want references. I want to understand the point you're making.
I'm gonna give you 4 or 5 verses, and then I'm gonna tell you those verses tells me angel and the spirit are different beings.
Okay, now I get you. Okay, so we'll come back to these references. Can someone just remind? In fact,
70 verse 4.
Yeah, I got it.
Have you found it? Angels and the spirit ascended unto him on the day whereof a span of 50,000 years. Surah 78 verse 37. 38, sorry.
78 verse 38.
this is the ayah I quoted to her last time.
Verse 38. 38. 28.
38.
38. Okay. Yes. You want to see, brother?
Now,
The day that the spirit and the angels will stand forth, and none shall speak except any who is permitted by most gracious.
Yeah.
Go to Surah 89, verse 21 to 23.
89, 21 to 23.
Because the angel is separate than it's a separate.
Yeah, 21 to 23.
okay.
When the earth is ground to atoms, grinding, the Lord shall come with angels,
Yeah.
rank on a rank, and hell is brought near on that day. On that day, man will remember, but how will the remembrance? Okay.
Is the ruh mentioned there?
No. That's Allah and angels. It's the same grammatical order. It's the same grammatical
So there's no ruh
order.
in there. Okay, there's nothing about ruh. Okay, we were talking about the spirit, right?
You're talking about spirit.
Yeah. So you brought a verse which has no spirit in there. That's fine. Carry on. It's an irrelevant reference. Carry on.
No, it's a relevant reference because
Okay.
do you believe Allah and the angels are the same?
No.
Okay. So when you made a claim, if you made a claim, angels and the spirit are the same, I will ask you to, why then do you believe it is the same grammatical order? Why do you believe angels and Allah are different? Same. Different, sorry.
Do you think ruh has one meaning in Arabic?
Listen. Right. So you've got your references,
four
right?
references.
4 references. Right.
With
So,
side
so
references.
what I want to understand from you is this. Can you make some space at the back, please? Okay. She's a lady, so just give her some room. When the Quran talks about these two names, individuals, whether it's the spirit or the angels or the Lord and the angels, you assume because they are mentioned separately, then there must be 2 different class. You're supporting this with the Lord and the angels, because Lord cannot be the angels. Because if it's the same, then the Lord has to be the angels, right? Okay. Do you know anything about the Quranic Arabic construct where let me finish, it's my turn to answer you, right? You've raised an
I'm
objection.
going to time it. Let's do the time.
You don't need to time it. You can take all the time you need to make your point. Give me the time to make my point.
No, I don't
Look,
want
look,
you
look.
to.
If you haven't finished,
I don't want you
Hatun.
to give me time to write essay, and I'm
Hatun.
not going to give you time to write an
Hatun.
essay.
That's right. Hatun, if you haven't made your point, go ahead, take your time, make the point.
No, I made my point. I'm there
Okay,
to your response.
then
but I
allow
don't
me
want you
to
write
make.
essay. So
Then allow me to make.
I'll give you 4 minutes.
No, it's not minutes. If you
I'm
think
gonna
it's
give you 4
look,
minutes
Hatun,
because I
Hatun,
don't
Hatun,
know, so it's
Hatun.
your turn, so start.
If you feel that I'm giving you a lecture and an essay, then tell me so.
I'm
This is
giving
time to
4
stop.
minutes. I'm
No,
giving 4 minutes.
not about 4 minutes and 5
Just
minutes.
make your point. Just
No,
make your
no,
point.
we're not agreeing with the times. I am going to give you as much time you need to make your point.
No, sir.
Give me enough time to make my point, but not
Sir,
need to give you a lecture.
sir,
Is that fair? Good.
We are keeping the times. We are keeping the times. I don't write essay for you. You don't write essay for me, and we respect each other's time. So it's your time. Go.
No. If I don't finish in time, then I will ask you for extra 4 minutes then.
Just come-
Okay, let me
just
continue.
come to
Okay,
your
let me
point.
continue. So I'm asking you, in my time, when I ask, I expect you to answer. Not 4 minutes of silence.
No, sir. Just
No.
take your time
No.
and then respond. And
No. This is going to be an interactive discussion, interactive. I don't want to just talk and you remain silent, and in your time you totally avoid and evade everything I said. So what I'm saying is this. Are you familiar with construction in any language, Arabic included, because that's the discussion we are having, right? Where members of the same kind can be isolated for a specific reason within the same sentence. For emphasizing, for position, for rank, for elevation, for status. In the Quran, I'm going to give you now 1 example. Maybe I'll give you 2. Maybe I'll give you 3. Maybe I'll give you 4. Like you give me 4, I'll give you 4 examples to refute what you just said. Your understanding is totally wrong. So now, open up. Now, your time now, chance to open up the Quran and then look at the verses one by one. Okay? Surah number 2, ayah 238.
Stop it. Jesus is the other chicken. The other woman. And carry what?
That's why I'm saying time is irrelevant, because you need enough time to check.
Just make your comments.
No, I'm not going to make my point. I'm giving, as I said, I'll give you 4 examples like you've given, and 4 examples I'll show you how you need to understand the construction of the Quran in terms of members of the same kind. 2, yeah? 238.
I never ever do anything like this.
Yeah? Are you going to read it? Let me read it then, because I make the claim.
SCDawah.
حافظوا على الصلوات صلاتي والصلاة الوسطى.
Can you do the English, please?
Arabic not sufficient?
Can you do the English?
No, I'm asking, is Arabic not sufficient?
We are at Speakers Corner. We are in a place where people speak English, and then I've got the English.
So okay, fine. So okay, so if
238.
yeah. So it says, guard the prayers and the middle prayers. So I'm asking you now, it's talking about prayers and the middle prayers are not prayer. Because first it's mentioned middle prayer, guard your prayers, and then it says guard the middle prayers. According to your logic, this middle prayer cannot be prayers. It has to be a different kind. But obviously this is absurd because it's referring to prayer, but it's emphasizing a middle prayer. My example number 2 in Surah Ar-Rahman, Surah 55, Ayah 68. فيهما فاكهة ونخل ورمان.
Can you do in English, please?
Why is Arabic not sufficient? Because we are talking about the Arabic.
I got the English translation of the Quran because
There you go.
I live in Britain and because I am trying to learn English.
Okay. Okay.
And when people convert to Islam, you don't tell them memorize the Quran in Arabic. You don't do that.
You know, Hatun, don't worry, we'll give you the English, right? Because this time it's clarifying to you
Just come make your point.
Surah 55, Ayah 68. It says, in them are fruits. And what does it say? No, not time's up.
No, your time.
Hatun, don't be unfair.
I told you.
I said
I told you.
civilization.
I told you we are doing
Yeah.
timing. So now I'm going 2 minutes. It's my turn now.
Hatun.
It's my turn
Hatun.
now. So no.
This
it's
is
my turn
really
now.
ridiculous.
Let's start.
Really
No,
ridiculous.
it's not appropriate to have cut time.
No. It's really ridiculous, isn't
It is
it?
amazing.
It's really ridiculous.
Amazing that you brought me the verses from the Quran, which puts the.
You're funny, really. You're funny, you make me laugh.
If you want the answer,
If you stop me, I will start from the 2 minutes from now. Okay?
The references you gave.
I don't think it's
I haven't finished with my references.
Yes. finish his point,
And
come
then
on.
I'll stop.
You don't want to learn, do you?
It's amazing.
Is this a
It's
joke?
amazing that you come with the team and they are just practicing what Islam teaches.
Excuse
how
me?
to react with human beings.
Excuse me.
When I was
You gave
attacking
me the
James
verses
Can you not
from the
insult my
Quran.
cameraman?
this my brother was
You brought
attacking
the
me. I
verses
was
from the
attacking
Quran, which help you to make the point. They are the same thing, same category, yet they are separated in the Quran. That's why I asked you, why do you believe, according to Surah 89, verse 21 to 23, Allah and angels are 2 different beings. Allah and angels are 2 different beings. It is the same grammar. It is the same grammar used in Surah 78, 37.
That's your team.
And it is the same grammar, Surah 70, verse 4. Okay? According to Surah 78, 38, according to Surah 70, verse 4, angels and spirit are different. Yet, Quran, according to Surah 2, verse 97 and 98, tells us angels, messengers, Gabriel and Michael are different things. It is the same grammar format.
I didn't do that yet.
It is same thing you see in Surah 66, verse 4. So, according to Quran, which well explained, everything is well detailed, even the verses are well explained. speaks for itself. Angels and spirits are two different beings, and the supporting verse for that comes from the Surah 97 verse 21 to 23. So my question is then that if spirit and angels are different, why